Many children ran away from here. Many of them did not make it home. Many drowned in this river, trying to swim across. Those children are not accounted for.
Evelyn Camille is a survivor of Canada's Kamloops Indian Residential School. Huge numbers of Indigenous children went missing there, and in 2021, a mass grave containing the remains of 215 children was discovered on the former school's grounds.
That was a shock to our system. It opened up the wounds again. So hard to know that these are babies that are there.
A commission called Canada's residential school system cultural genocide. Indigenous children were taken from their homes, converted to Christianity, and forced to assimilate. Some schools used forced labor for industrial work. The schools were government funded and church run, and only shut down completely 25 years ago.
7 or 8 years old, they come and took us in the big cattle trucks, and they picked us up from our reserves and brought us here.
Psychological, physical, and sexual abuse were endemic throughout the institutions. More than 4,100 children died in the schools, and some survivors have testified that they dug graves for classmates. Camille attended Kamloops for 10 years.
This discovery here sort of brings light to how we were treated. Many of the children from here died.
Indigenous groups have led the searches for remains, and the search at Kamloops began in the early 2000s. But the Canadian residential school system didn't exist in isolation. A similar model existed in the US, where over 400 residential schools operated, with the infamous intention to kill the Indian and save the man. So far, 500 deaths across 50 burial sites have been discovered at US schools.
There's never any real closure. The pain is too deep. Any little thing will open up those wounds again. But we learn to move on.